Good morning, gay people. My name is Zelda Vox, and I am back with another top 10 Pokemon list. Today, we are going to be looking at the top 10 Pokemon that would not survive a horror movie. Now, this is my horror movie cast, it's not yours. And so therefore, if you have a problem with the Pokemon on the list, I don't care. But if you do have suggestions for Pokemon that should have been on this list, you can leave those in the comments. I won't block you, I promise. Okay, jumping right into it, we have number 10, which is Braixen. Now, Braixen is on this list because she's in the movie, but she doesn't die. And that's because Braixen is the final girl. I mean, you look at her, and you just know that she's gonna outsmart that killer. She's gonna outsmart that killer, and also, she can do magic. Like, Braixen is not gonna die. Like, come on. That girl, listen, she's a fighter in Pokken Tournament for a reason. That diva knows how to kick ass. And she will, she has, and she does. So Braixen, the final girl. But she makes the list because she's in the movie. All right, number 9, we have Phalanx. Now, Phalanx is a bit of an interesting choice. I think that Phalanx is not higher on the list because I don't think that all of Phalanx would die. But there's so many of them, like they can't all escape the killer. Which poses the problem of like, at what point does Phalanx stop being Phalanx? Like how many of the little guys have to get murdered before Phalanx is no longer Phalanx? And so, I feel like that psychological question is something that prevents Phalanx from being higher on the list, but also might not. I don't know. If you guys have an answer to this, like if you have the Phalanx lore, please let me know in the comments. I am dying to know. Okay? Thank you. Coming in at number 8, we have Smoliv. I mean, this little diva is like so gonna die. She's gonna find out that there's a killer. And she's just gonna like sit there on the ground in the fetal position and cry for like 3 hours. And at the end of those 3 hours, she's going to realize that there's been a knife in her back for like 20 minutes and that she's been bleeding out and then she's dead. That's why she stopped crying. So like Smoliv, not gonna make it, but she will last a while just for the sake of like, she's just kind of sitting there. Like she's not doing anything. She's not trying to stop the killer. So the killer's not really gonna like go for her first. Like she's just kind of chilling. That's why Smoliv is number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have Blossom. Now, Blossom is going to die, not because she really did anything wrong. She just like didn't get the memo that there was a killer. Like she was in the bathroom when they all got the phone call. She came out, everyone's panicking. No one thinks to tell her what's going on. She's just like, okay, I'm gonna go smoke out back, I guess. And so she goes out back to smoke. And then the dramatic music starts, and she's just like, where is everybody? And then the killer comes and goes, you know, and then Blossom's dead. But like, it wasn't really her fault, but also like, she probably should have used some context clues. And so that is why Blossom is number 7 on this list. Coming in at number 6, we have Pugley. Now, Pugley's an interesting one because like, she doesn't believe there's a killer. Like she is sitting there, she gets this call, everyone's freaking out. She's sitting there, everyone's freaking out. She's just like on the couch, she's like, no fucking way, dude. This is like, there is no way. And so she's just like, I'm gonna go get Burger King. And so she goes to Burger King, and then all of a sudden she hears a tap, tap, tap on her window, and what do you know, it's a guy with a hook for a hand, and she's out. And like, I don't know, I feel like she could have survived. Like if she believed it was happening, I think she could be the final girl. But she just like wasn't buying it. And I think that is just like a big problem, and that is why Pugley is number 6 on this list. Coming in at number 5, we have Valentina. Now, Valentina is at number 5 because she didn't know the words. It was a lip sync for your life for a reason, and if you don't know the words, you don't really get to live. So RuPaul came and knocked on her door and went, yeah, you know, RuPaul noises, whatever that is. And yeah, so Valentina, maybe she should have learned the words to Greedy. It was a 7-word chorus, but you know, sucks to be her. Coming in at number 4, we have Hippodon. Now, Hippodon might have a chance, and that's because of the ability Sandstream. So what Sandstream does is it summons a sandstorm when the Pokemon hits the field for 5 turns. And so if Hippodon can use that Sandstream to distract the killer, and then get away before the sand is over, then I think that he might have a chance. However, Hippodon is fat, lazy, and stupid, kind of like me. And so I just don't know that he's gonna figure that out, and he's just gonna kind of wait around for the sand to be over, and then the killer's like, oh god, there's a big one here, and like, Hippodon's not outrunning jack shit, dude. Like, the fat one always dies. And, like, Hippodon is one of the really fat Pokemon. Like, it doesn't get that much fatter than Hippodon. So, I don't think Hippodon's gonna make it. I don't see it for him. Coming in at number 3, we have Tandemouse. And so, I want to, like, set the scene for you. So, like, Tandemouse, they obviously didn't go to the party. They're in the opening scene. They're in the car making out. Because, like, obviously, they're little mice. They're gonna, you know, boingo boingo. So they're making out in the car. And the left one, like, looks out the window and, like, sees somebody. And it's like, yo, other guy. Like, what is that? And then the right one's like, I didn't see anything. Come back to bed, baby. Even though they're not in a bed, they're in a car. And so then, like, the other one's like, no, I swear there's, like, someone out there. And the right one's like, dude, come on. There's nobody out there. We're alone. We're in the woods in the car. Like, nobody can get us. And the left one's like, all right, fine. And then they keep making out. And then they hear a knock on the window. And so then the right one's like, ooh, bad call on my end. And so then they both look out the window and they see the killer just, like, standing there. And then, like, the window breaks and then they both get murdered. But, like, you don't see that because it's the opening scene. So you just, like, you know, you see the killer, it pans back to them, they're like, ah, and they scream. And then it cuts to, like, the opening credits. And so, like, they're the first victims. Because, like, the couple always gets it. I mean, they're not, you know, they're not gonna make it. Even if they did go to the party, which, like, obviously they're not gonna go to the party. It was at Pugley's house, and, like, she does not get nice snacks. So, yeah, Tandemouse, not gonna happen. Coming in at number 2, we have Darmanitan. Now, Darmanitan would last a while. However, Darmanitan would try to fight the killer. And this would go wrong for a number of reasons. First of all, the killer has a gun. Second of all, Darmanitan does not have a gun. And so Darmanitan's like, and then the killer's like, and then Darmanitan just, like, dies. And, like, it is kind of sad. And, like, you know, rest in peace, Harambe. I'm so sorry that happened to you. But, like, Darmanitan wasn't gonna make it. So that is why Darmanitan is number 2 on this list. Coming in at number 1, the Pokemon most likely to die in a horror movie is Spinda. And this is because Spinda doesn't leave the house without 7-inch platform heels. And I know what you're thinking, why haven't I seen Spinda in 7-inch platform heels in any Pokemon media ever? And that's because she hasn't left the house. Like, she wasn't ready to go out. She got kidnapped and thrown into the wild to, like, be captured in a little ball. No, when Spinda leaves the house of her own accord, she's coming out, she is stunting in the 7-inch pleasers, and you can't tell her shit. However, the problem is she is still a Spinda, and so she's, like, walking in her pleasers, she's like, ooh, because she's Spinda, and then as she's running away from the killer on the lawn, like, think of, you know, the scene in Scary Movie where she's, like, running away from the scary guy, and she's, like, running with her boobs boobling, like, through the backyard. Like, she's running, oh my god, and then she, like, trips and falls, and then the killer kills her. Yeah, that's Spinda, but she falls a lot faster because she's in those 7-inch platform heels. She can't walk in those fuckers, dude. She is, like, so clumsy. So she takes, like, 3 steps, falls down the stairs. Honestly, the killer may not even need to get to her. She broke both her legs. Like, Spinda is just, like, not gonna make it. Like, I don't even think there needs to be a killer. I think Spinda just, like, won't survive leaving the house. So that is why Spinda is number 1 on this list. There's no way that Spinda makes it to the end of that movie. Like, she's gonna go out. Spinda is a good time gal. She's not gonna, like, not leave the house. And so that is why Spinda is number 1 on this list. And there you have it. That is my top 10 Pokemon that are most likely to die in a horror movie. If you agree with this list, of course you did, because it was objectively correct. If you disagree with this list, you can literally eat my ass. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this list. Please let me know what you think of it in the comments. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to me for more stupid bullshit like this, and I hope you have, like, a really halfway decent day. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!